go.
What's up, Seekers? It's Alex Panos.
And I'm Marcus Nava.
And what are we talking about today, Marcus? Look at
Batman and Superman.
Look at all this.
Recommended readings.
Okay,
all right.
So this is going to be your normal recommended readings. It's going to be something a little bit different. We're going to dive deep, right?
Because you know, he's a Superman fan.
He's a Batman fan. We're both Superman and Batman fans.
And what's coming out in a week is Batman versus Superman.
Also, he is going.
I am
He's
going.
going early, guys.
Yes, I will be going on the 21st. Be ready for a video on the 22nd of just a preview. No spoilers, nothing like that. Just a little recap of
Not even
what
a
I
recap.
thought. Not even
Just-
just a recap of what I thought,
Yeah, okay.
how I feel, and what's to come for the future.
Yeah, so we will give you guys that. I unfortunately did not make the cut. That's because...
But you will get a full spoiler review a good
Yes.
weekend after the video.
Right.
After
Monday after the movie drops, we will give you the full review. Me and Marcus are actually going to see it together again.
Yes,
He's going to go see it again.
Even if it sucks.
He's going to go see it with me.
But
so.
there's no fucking way.
No. It's already breaking records. Anyway.
Don't even get me started. All right.
So, let's tackle this. So, we wanted to bring to you guys some of our top Batman and Superman graphic novels, because that's kind of our flavor. But we want to give us some of the ones that we think that you guys should go read that'll kind of give you exactly what the characters have. Now, there is a ton of stories out there, right?
A ton. As you can see, this is, oh my god, this is just
a
small
Yeah.
sample.
So we dug through some of the things that we had. These are some of our favorites. Now, this is not the best ones that have been written or anything like that.
No, these are just ones that we personally believe.
Favorites.
Yes.
So, and there's a lot other honorable mentions out there. We'll probably get to those.
A lot.
But let's just, how do you want to even tackle this, dude?
Well, you know what? Let's start with Superman.
Okay.
You can start with your
Okay.
Superman readings,
Alright.
and then I'll jump into mine.
So Superman readings. We've got 3 Superman books here. I'm gonna start with this one here. Okay. For Tomorrow. For Tomorrow is really hard to read. It's a really good book though because it kind of dives deep into what Superman is and his internal struggle as an alien and him being here on Earth, and you know he's essentially he's not from here, and you know, of course a lot of catastrophic things happen in this book, but he deals with being this refugee more than anything, and he kind of turns a little bit more alien than we've ever seen Superman. So it's a little dark on that side. There's a 2-part series to this, part 1 and part 2. But the art is by Jim Lee, which, I mean, Jim Lee's the fucking man, right?
When it comes to art, man,
right?
he's got good stuff.
So the artwork is beautiful all the way through the book. You get to see a different side of Superman you don't normally see. There's a scene in this book, Marcus. Have you read For Tomorrow?
No, I have not.
So there's a scene in this book.
You're already selling me on it,
right?
so I like it.
There's a scene at the top where, at the top of a rooftop, where he's talking to Batman. He pisses Batman off. Oh, no, what happens is, so Batman swoops down to save somebody falling off a rooftop, right? Superman flies up, saves him, sits on the rooftop. Batman's like, pretty much, what the fuck? And he's like, the city doesn't need you. No one needs you. I'm better than everyone. That's all they need is me. Batman gets pissed off, punches him in the face, and Superman's like, next time I won't move, and I'll let you break your hand. Like, he's cold in this book, right? And we don't see that normally, right?
Yeah.
We see the Boy Scout most of the time. And so he's cold in this book, and it kind of, it gives another light. And I mean, at the end of the book, he kind of comes to, you know, to terms with being the refugee and whatnot. But he's cold. It's just a different side of Superman, right? A little darker, a little, I guess, Zack Snyder darker,
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. It does kind of sound like what BVS is trying to set up here.
It's a little bit, but it's a little bit darker than that. I mean, it's hard. It's a hard read. I will give you guys it's a hard read.
Sure.
Okay. So, but it's definitely worth reading. And take the time and read it though. Some badass action sequences in it, and again, Jim Lee is at his fucking best in this. So, yeah, I'm saying For Tomorrow is our first pick for Superman, just because I like the different flavor here. It's a quick read. Like I said, it's hard to read it slow, but it's a quicker read. You know. But it's more Superman-centric. And Superman's hard to fucking write for.
Yeah.
Superman is hard to write for.
Yeah.
I can give you a million Batman comics that I love, and there's a very small selection.
And I think it's because of the fact that he's an alien.
He's so
powerful. He's too powerful. He's just so powerful.
Right, and so
That's
he's
hard to give him a good
really hard to
story.
write for. So that's my book for Superman. What about you for solo Superman?
All right, Superman.
Other one.
Wow. The way the camera's set up, I can't even tell. Superman Unchained. All right. This is written by, I want to say Scott Snyder?
Yep,
Scott Snyder, and the artist is none other than Jim Lee. Now,
you're gonna
if
see
you
a
can't
repetition
see
here.
this cover, it is the most badass. It's Superman and just a bunch of bullets just bouncing off. It looks like bullets. Oh no, it's chains. It's chains. He's busting through chains.
It's the iconic breaking the chains.
It's the Unchained. All right.
And this is New 52 Superman.
And this is New 52 Superman. Right? This was actually, I believe it was his 75th celebration.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. 75th celebration. Jim Lee, Scott Snyder came up, created a badass Superman story. All right.
It is really good, and I'm gonna say this too right off the bat is like, okay, we said New 52, and I guarantee some of you guys are like, ooh.
Yeah. No, this is not.
This is good New 52.
Yeah, this is good New 52.
If all New 52 was Superman Unchained,
yes,
we wouldn't be having a rebirth. Right?
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Oh my god, the art is phenomenal. Jim Lee created some of the best art pieces I've ever seen for Superman comic. I love the story so much.
There's not a panel where you're not just jaw dropping beautiful. Like the art takes it takes the story to another level here because it's that fucking good. And I mean, we come to expect it with Jim Lee. We really have. But
the dude just set a standard.
Yeah, but there's just certain things in this book that are taken to another level because of the way he draws Superman and the violence and the fighting. And Batman is actually
in this as well. And what's really cool is that they created a new character for this story.
Yep.
It goes by the name of Wraith. Wraith is he owned by the government?
Kind of. He's kind of a government-run Superman.
Yeah. And the thing is that it's awesome because he's not exactly a villain.
No.
He's
an anti-hero.
He plays this like middle ground, like alright, like
a little bit more military.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. And he's fucking powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you truly see that. I'm not gonna give anything away, but the character himself, I would love to see a Superman Unchained story with Wraith.
And you know what?
I feel like that'd be so awesome.
He takes a lot of cues from Superman as far as the look. Also takes a lot of cues from Doomsday.
Yes.
I thought for sure it was like a version of not Doomsday. Doomsday, yes, a little bit, but I was sorry, Darkseid.
Okay.
A little bit more Darkseid.
I could see very Doomsday-ish.
Yeah, I guess.
Because I mean, he's one who can go toe to toe, if not even just beat the hell out of Superman.
He is, and they established that he is stronger than Superman. Yeah, and so
which is insane.
Which you don't see a lot. Again, Superman's hard to write for because of that.
Yeah. So I mean, the fact that they went this route and created a brand new character who's strong, who just comes out just, I'm stronger than you.
Yeah,
I will fuck you up.
And there's not like a good bad slash down the middle, right? It's
so interesting.
And there's a pseudo team up at a certain point here, you know, with that character. He's not bad, and that's a really cool dynamic for a villain. I mean, he ultimately is a villain.
Ultimately is a villain, but when you read it and
bad.
you go in depth in it, you understand that he's not.
So it's really interesting. Yeah. That's a good one to pick up, man. That's New 52 at its best.
And hey, buy it in hardcover. This book is beautiful. You need to get it in hardcover.
He's not wrong.
It is a gorgeous book. It's something you definitely need to have in your collection.
If you're a Jim Lee fan,
if you're a Jim Lee fan, even if you just don't like the story, it is eye candy just to have just sitting on your shelf right here.
It really is. It's like I said, it's Jim Lee at its best. That's really pushing the New 52 to another limit. You know, I had reservations picking that book up. Marcus was like, "You got to read Unchained. Here, check this out." I hadn't gotten around to it yet, so I picked it up. I read it. I had my reservations because I don't hate the New 52, but I don't love the New 52, and some of the stuff I'm just not a big fan of. A lot of the Superman stuff is very wordy and just doesn't feel like Superman.
Which the thing is that this is wordy. A little bit. I think this could actually be one of the very wordy books in my opinion.
It definitely is. And that's the New 52 Superman that I'm talking about. It's wordy, but there's so much more going on throughout the book. That it backs it up.
Yes, and just like I said, the words, the art, the story, it all goes together, and it's beautiful.
It's a good one.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is.
Can't recommend it enough.
So go pick up Superman Unchained hardcover. Get it. Put it in your collection. It's a pretty one. So let's tackle Supergirl, right?
Supergirl.
Wait, what? We put a Supergirl
on? Hey.
What? We're talking about Superman and Batman. Why do we have Supergirl?
Hey, I mean, there's a TV show, so...
Here's why, right? You read this book.
Yes. You even see the animated movie.
This book is so good for both characters. This is a really good book to pick up and read for Superman and Batman because The Jeff Loeb Superman Batman one is awesome. Like there's a lot of good stories in it, but this one I think is the best one. The best thing about this book, in my eyes, I know we keep hitting on the art, but Michael Turner did the art for this book, and Michael Turner and Jim Lee are kind of right here for me, and Michael Turner passed away unfortunately from cancer, so it's one of his last real good showings of awesome artwork. Some of the panels in here I've never seen like Batman and Superman that badass.
You can just there's this one panel. Hopefully it's put up. And you can see it while I'm talking. With the panel of Superman just on his zoomed in on his muscles, he's getting the heat ray ready.
Yeah, pissed, right?
Angry. You can see it.
So there's a pattern here with me in my Superman stories. Superman loses his shit in this book a little bit, right? Because he becomes very protective over Kara.
Yes.
And
which we all know is his cousin.
There is an army of Doomsday in this book, right?
Yes, and you get a very good sense of who Doomsday is in the story.
Yeah.
You get a good
sense.
sense.
There is an army of Doomsday that show up at Themyscira where they're training Kara. Superman and Batman are there. An army of Doomsday show up, and there's literally a fucking scene with Batman holding a battle axe and Superman standing above him like ready to go to war. They go to war with the Themyscirians and the Doomsday, right? And you get to see Batman kind of kill shit, right? Because they're not living.
Yeah,
so he's all for
he's
all for fucking these things up, right? The battle turns bad. They're not exactly winning. People are dying on the battlefield.
Yeah.
And Superman flies above everyone, loses it, tells everybody to clear the battlefield, and fucking just takes everything out. He does a heat vision
and just
literally just dissolves everything. Falls to the ground because he's out of power, right? One of the coolest panels I've ever seen in a comic.
It is insane.
There's also another part in here with Batman that really, here's the core of Batman's character. And this is why I love Batman. Batman has no superpowers.
Yes.
Batman is weak in that sense.
Okay,
right?
yes,
Batman has bigger balls than anyone in the fucking comic book world. Not DC, comic book world, right? There is a part where he goes toe-to-toe with Darkseid, right?
Holy shit.
Basically is like, fuck you, I'll fight you anyway, right? I mean, this guy, does, right?
Yeah.
Yes. He does get messed up, but he just straight up puts on some armor and was like, okay, let's go, bitch. And, then Superman kind of shows up later on and Darkseid and him have a really good fight. Again, Superman gets to kind of get unchained, right?
Yes.
And just hammer the fuck out. And that's my favorite type of Superman, is when Superman is beating grade A ass. So, want you to read that book because it's a good dynamic, and it also shows a good dynamic between Clark and Bruce.
Yes, it does.
That they're trying to figure out where Kara is coming from, who is she, and everything like that. Batman, of course, has his suspicions. And Superman's kind of like, dude, back the fuck off. It's my cousin. Like, it's okay. They kind of clash a little bit there. But then, ultimately Batman's like, okay, I will do whatever I need to do to help you here, right? And so you get to see that dynamic that we love in Batman and Superman. So that's why I say Batman Superman, Supergirl is a fantastic one to go check out the dynamic of the two characters.
It is a great one.
So who else are we talking about? Mr. Bruce Wayne himself. Okay. So why don't you start us out with your first book that you picked?
So, first off, I want to just side note. I know we don't have the Dark Knight Returns in here. We will be discussing that just in terms of connections with the movie in our review of the movie. But honestly, it's not up there with this guy right here.
And you know what? I'm gonna get crucified for that. I don't like that book.
Because you're a Superman.
Well,
you're a Superman fan.
Yeah,
and not we all know, but Frank Miller has come out and said that he's not
doesn't like Superman, right?
Which is why he showed Batman beating Superman.
I mean, the core of the story is really good. Don't get me wrong, it really is good.
Is.
But the best comic book written of all time, I don't think so. I have it. I own it. I still read it. I love it.
And I am a diehard Batman fan, and it's a great story. In my opinion, just not. I don't think it beats this one. I love this book, The Man Who Laughs. It shows a Batman within, I want to say, a year or two of him being Batman, and it shows his shows him working with Commissioner Gordon, which I'm not sure exactly if he's commissioner yet in this. But it shows the detective side in the first half of the story,
right?
Which is actually really neat, and that is one of my favorite things of Batman. Not the fact that he's a huge ass dick or anything, but he goes full on Sherlock Holmes, and
ultimately he's a detective, right?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's the world's greatest detective,
right?
Which everyone needs to understand. This dude is the world's greatest detective.
Yeah.
This dude is a Sherlock Holmes, all right. And what's absolutely fantastic, and why I think this should be a definite read, is we have Suicide Squad coming up later, and the Joker. This right here is the first time Batman runs into the Joker, and there are many stories that actually follow the same kind of structure in the way that Joker kills people now. Because in this story, Joker, it's very dark. Yeah. Joker just comes out and straight up murdering people. Doesn't give a shit. It just shows you that he doesn't care at all. You think he started with like a little penny theft or anything like that? No. This guy comes up. I believe it's a gas that he throws up in the air.
Yeah, Joker.
Is it a gas? Yeah. I believe this is where the Joker gas started. Is it not? I want to say, because this is like an '80s. This is like an '80s comic, I believe.
I don't know. I'd have to look at that.
I feel like I'm wrong, but I may be right. But I may be right at the same time. I'm blowing smoke out my ass. This is an older book though, but throwing the gas out, and it ends up, well, people start smiling and having the Joker laugh, and then ultimately die. Which, if you read any of the other Batman books with Joker, he's done that in Death to the Family.
Death of the Family.
Death of the Family. He does that in Joker Endgame.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of stories where they do the Joker gas now. And
well, it's his signature thing.
It's
seen that in an animated series.
Exactly. And I really think that this is the one that started it off. I'm not 100% sure.
But it's a good story with the Joker. It's a good story with Joker and Batman.
It is. Yes.
It's a good story. It's a good story to see a young Batman. Start out. And like you said, there's a lot of stories that kind of tackle that, but this one centers around the Joker a little bit, which is an interesting picture.
Which is interesting. Yeah. Very interesting.
But it's nice to see that dynamic that we are going to see later on. The Joker,
yes, and hopefully we do get some flashbacks in BVS of Superman coming in contact with Joker for the first time, or just and in any movie they come in contact with for the first time, we get to see that on the screen.
Yeah, and another fun fact about this one is Alan Scott shows up in it a little bit.
Okay, yes, Green Lantern, yes, there is,
and not
that is
actually Hal Jordan.
Yeah,
you're Alan Scott.
It's very interesting how they throw him in here.
Yeah. So
very, very interesting.
You guys wouldn't have thought that. I know. I know.
When I picked this up and read it,
what the fuck is Alan Scott doing here? Right?
Yeah, what is happening? Very interesting. Definitely recommend to pick it up.
So check that one out. The Man Who Laughs. So talk to me a little bit about Arkham Asylum.
Arkham Asylum. All right. Arkham Asylum is written by Grant Morrison, and the artwork. I need to see who the artwork is by. Dave McKean. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. This is a very difficult and mature read. Have you ever read this book?
I haven't read that book.
Read this book. All right. I believe this is what set up the video game franchise.
Oh, okay. So I've flipped through this book.
Yes.
Yeah, and the art is
intense.
Crazy.
It's crazy. It's painted.
Yeah, it literally looks like.
It's very dark and twisted paintings that go on in this book. Like, and some of the things you see are like, they're kind of, the paintings themselves are kind of smeared. They look a little, man, wow. Just going through this book is kind of just blowing my mind right now.
So, the famous painting Starry Night?
Yes, okay, I can actually see that.
Yeah, it looks a lot like Starry Night.
I can actually see that.
Which is a weird comic book stuff.
Yeah, which is very, very weird.
But it works.
The other kind of books that has that, like painting, not the style, but painting, is obviously, come on, your favorite book. Why am I forgetting?
Oh, a little bit. So you're referencing Alex Ross, right?
Yeah, I'm referencing.
Yeah, so it has a little Alex Ross-esque to it, right? A little bit more painted, a little bit more mature.
I'm just saying it's painted, but Alex Ross looks like it's more real. This stuff, it looks like it could just be like a real scary. It's technically meant to be like a horror story.
It's a nightmare in a book. I mean, if you could flip through it, it's a nightmare. It really is. And that's what's really cool is I've never seen a comic book like that.
Yeah,
I've never seen art like that.
It's really cool. Fascinating. Truly fascinating. So I mean, what you get is you get to meet the creator of Arkham. I believe his name is Amadeus Arkham, You get to meet him. You get to see. What's really interesting is that you have Clayface, the Joker, Two-Face,
Killer Croc?
Scarecrow, and Killer Croc,
Yeah.
all in that story. And it's not that long of a story. I mean, just from your angle, it looks a lot, but this is actually the majority of the book
Right.
right here. That's the whole story. And what's
A lot of extras in the hardcover.
Yeah, there is.
Lot
If you buy once again, buy the hardcover. It's awesome.
But I
But
should have the card cover in all of these.
exactly, if they did, that'd be awesome. But what's really, really interesting is seeing these characters locked up and seeing one of the coolest things that you never really see in a comic. You get to see that Two-Face, we all know, has the coin, which chooses, kind of his yes or no, I'm going to do it, I'm not going to do it thing. And in this book, they show you he has his own options to do stuff. They show that you don't have to just go by the coin, Harvey. You can make your own decisions.
So this
which is so cool to see.
Right.
Because they show him so messed up in the asylum, and I want to say that it's a nurse who comes up to him and gives him these cards, and it's 6 different cards, so he's got 6 different options for all these things, and he needs to start using that. They take the coin away from him.
So they're developing him a little bit.
They're developing a little bit.
So it sounds like this is a little bit of a villain development story, right?
You could definitely say that.
Yeah.
And what's also cool is the Joker. The Joker is as crazy as ever.
I can't tell you. Are you a Joker fan at all?
Oh yeah, just
a little bit.
Just a smidge. Yeah. But what's also just really, really, really interesting. It's not your typical Batman story. Like I said, this is a nightmare in a book, illustrated perfectly for you. It's like a good night horror, like a good night, like scary story. Like there's people. Yeah, it's a very mature, difficult read.
Yeah.
Okay, you got people getting their throats cut. You get Batman getting glass in his hand, having to take it out and stuff. There's just so much going on in this story. It's hard to give you a short recap because I'd have to go into so much. But
which is a big thing to say about a small story. You said it's not a very long story.
Yeah, it's not a very long story.
It's pretty cool.
But there are times when you have to read it and go, all right, what just happened? And then once it clicks in your head, you go, oh my god.
So
that is something that a book, like a comic book, never really does to me because I usually get to be able to follow along. And the thing is, like when I question things, sometimes I'm like, oh, it's kind of neat. Like what? That really happened.
This one makes you flip back and forth.
This one makes you flip back, and the art. When I first saw it, wasn't really a fan. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. But when you get yourself into the story, you understand why the art is the way it is.
It is a little bit of an like acquired taste, right?
Yeah.
It really is. But give it a chance because like I haven't read the full thing yet. I'm still working on it, but it really does. It kind of brings you in a little bit, and you get to see how. Wow, I kind of want to see how Batman's drawn like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is an interest about it. So yeah, Arkham Asylum.
Pick it up.
He says buy it in hardcover.
Hardcover.
I agree. So,
next.
And finally, I saved the best for last.
Because we will not hush up about
it. Batman Hush, if you read one Batman comic if you read one story before Batman and versus Superman, I truly think, and I don't know if you agree or not, it should be Hush.
I actually would very much agree with that.
It is Batman. Every facet of Batman is in this book.
All of the Batman mythos, all of it is
all of it. The detective, the ass whooper, the romantic.
Yes.
Every aspect. I mean, they don't miss anything in this book, and every villain is in this book.
Yeah,
every villain is in it. Jason Todd makes an appearance in this book,
which is very cool.
Oracle's in this book. Nightwing is in this book. Superman is in this book.
Which is why we say this is a good reading before Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah, there's a great scene
really
here.
Good scene.
This book defines the Superman-Batman fight.
It does.
It does. Okay.
It really does.
There's a part, and I'm gonna give it away a little bit because it has to be. I have to talk about it a little bit. Poison Ivy finds a way to control Superman. She goes and sends him after Batman. There's a part where Batman is in the sewers lined with lead with Catwoman, and Catwoman kind of is asking him about the fight. Batman, in his internal dialogue, said, I know Clark's in there. I know Clark's fighting this. He's fighting it on both sides. The reason I know he's is because my face isn't smashed into the concrete or something of that sort, right? Batman knows that Superman is that powerful, right?
Yeah.
And so it's a good dynamic, and Batman figures out a way to beat him. I mean, Batman does win, and this is the way Batman should win, right? That's why I love this comic, because this defines the Batman-Superman fight. Superman is fighting himself while he's fighting Batman. And then there is a part where there's literally a part where Superman picks up a car, looking at Batman, and says, "This ends now." Batman does something to get him to snap out of it, which is genius.
Which is very, very good.
Yeah, so
clever writing.
It defines the Superman-Batman fight in this book. But like I said, every mythos, every facet of Batman, his love life, the mentorship with Nightwing, the detective side of it, Jason Todd, and the heartbreak that came from Jason Todd, his origin they touch on a little bit. Literally, there's nothing left out of this book, but it's not too cramped. It's not too jam-packed. I tell you all that, and you would think, wow, they put all that into this book. They did, and nailed it. Like Jeff Loeb, again, he takes you through a journey. They introduce a new villain, Hush.
Yes. Okay.
And they build up to this Hush with every other villain. I mean,
it's
pretty much
it's
everybody.
cool to see how it sets up.
And there, you talked about the Joker a lot. His relationship with the Joker takes a real dark turn in Hush. He stops. The only thing that stops Batman from killing the Joker is a gun to the back of Batman's head, held by Gordon. Right? Gordon stops him from killing the Joker, and Batman doesn't kill. So you see literally every side of Batman in Hush. It is my all-time It is my favorite Batman comic of all time, if not my favorite comic of all time. I take that back. It's not my favorite comic of all time.
Yeah, come on.
Kingdom Come is my favorite comic of all time. But I didn't bring Kingdom Come out here just because I don't think it's a good story to build into this movie. It is the greatest comic of all time. I love it. It's like my Bible.
Story.
But I didn't bring it out here. But going back to Hush just a little bit to finish it up. I mean, would you agree that this is the Batman story?
Yes. If BVS had to follow a format with the way Batman and Superman are going to go toe-to-toe with each other, it's this right here.
Yeah. I mean, it does. It nails every aspect of this book is perfect for Batman. This is Batman to me, right?
Yes.
And so I think you really got to check out Hush. Like, I love all these books. This is the one you read if you can only read one. I really, truly think that. What do you think?
I'm going to go there and here. These are my two.
Yeah. I mean, Superman.
These are my two.
And Batman. Because they both appear in them. They both have a good. Back and forth. The line in this one, everyone's seen the meme online that's like, right, Superman, the symbol means hope, and then the Batman symbol is you're about to get your ass kicked, right? It's kind of funny in this one. The Superman symbol comes up on the screen while Batman is fighting.
Yes, okay, yeah.
And Ray says, "What is that?" He says, "That symbol means you're about to get your ass kicked," right? So they're kind of a cool, a throwback to popular culture. But yeah, these two books are the ones you want to read. Dive in a little deeper with the rest of them. But if you're going to read two comics for Superman and Batman, Batman, Superman, great intros for the movie.
You cannot go wrong. Highly recommend you guys read this.
Couple of honorable mentions. We did talk about Kingdom Come. Kingdom Come is the fucking best comic of all time.
Great story. But, set in the future.
Yeah, it's
great ending. Great way it ends.
At this point, I don't think it has any ties to the movie in any way. I would lose my fucking mind if it did.
I know.
But I don't think it does, so that's why I kind of left it out.
Maybe the way the DC universe
ends right, and we'll do a recommended reading with Kingdom Come for sure. The Long Halloween is the other one I really wanted to talk about. Fantastic Batman movie set in the course of a year.
I believe so.
Set in the course of a year. Yeah. Every month has kind of another flavor. It's really good written, really well written. So those are our thoughts on our favorite comics going into Superman versus Batman. What did you guys think?
Which story do you think is the best?
Did we miss one? Did these not do the movie justice? I don't know. We are coming quick and fast up to Batman vs Superman. Yes. Look for the preview coming out after the 21st. Marcus will be there, and then shortly after that, we'll be doing our review. So I'm excited, guys. This is the one.
This is our month.
Yeah.
This is our month.
Next time
Oh,
we see
man.
you guys, we'll be talking Batman versus Superman. So this is Alex Panos
And I'm Marcus Nava.
signing off, guys. Like and subscribe to the
Adios.
videos.